It's been years since board member Patrick Lacson has been away from the limelight. Now he is back as one of those pushing for the candidacy of former Congressman Alby Benitez. Sir, welcome back.
Thank you. And thank you, Gid, no, sa pag-imbitar mo dito sa akong show. DNX, I'm a fan, by the way.
Thank you.
I like your show. And I know that you're also a fellow Lasallian.
Of course.
And it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
Ari siya, upod naman.
Yeah.
Alright. Sir, do nahidlaw mata sa tingog mo. Dalong gyapon, no?
Hindi. Hindi mo gid.
Alright. Now, sir, how should I identify you? You are one of those pushing for the candidacy?
Well,
Ni...
I am a partner in public service of Alby Benitez. I am proudly a friend, a close friend, and I'm also a believer of his good work. And I'm a living witness to his good deeds and his good track record as far as government in service, service and government.
Everyone is interested about Alby Benitez Subong, no? And of course, some are interested about you. Nga madlagan ka as konsyal, pero pakaramdan ko na. First of all, sir, everyone is saying madlagan si Alby. But anong score sining nga matuod para sa imo?
Well, although I think it will be very inappropriate to on my part to naunahan ko siya sa pagdeklarar sina officially. So but as what your the mga iban mo pang interview din nagambal man nga body language siya kagang iyang pronouncement, and okay, to my personal knowledge, knowing him, no, why I don't see any reason why ma-transfer di siya sa iyang residency sa COMELEC, no, registration sa Bacolod City, if why siya katuyuan, because he is a politician, number one. Number two, he's a public servant. And number three, there is a strong call or clamor from all sectors.
I will not ask you about what your heart says, about...
Well, Vlad, forgive me if I cannot officially declare or announce in behalf of Alby. Although, ma'am, pwede ko kambal guro 99%.
Oh!
So may 1% gyapon.
That's very high,
99%.
And we're talking about probability, not possibility,
Probability.
Probability.
Most likely.
99%, most likely.
Oh.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, it's 9.
Yeah.
9.9. Interesting. So meaning ang remaining 1% would be...
God, well, you can never tell what's going to happen tomorrow.
Force majeure.
That's filing of candidacy would be at least 5 months from today, no, or more or less. You can never tell what will happen tomorrow.
Nasumpo iya tudlo, hindi sa kapirma, no? I mean,
or,
so that's a very, very slim chance of him not running.
Yeah.
Oh. But why do you say so, nga 99%?
Because he's gung-ho already, as far as...
Gung-ho?
Yeah, as far as doing something about a lot of problems that are so visible in all angles, no? When you say problems of a local government, and this is not to disrespect our brothers and sisters who are honorably elected by our constituents of Bacolod City. It's just that these are problems that he feels, no, or we feel. I can say this: I am part of Team Alby. No, so when I say Team Alby, doesn't mean that I will be a candidate. No, I'm one of them who believes in the person, and I'm one of them also who believes he can do something about these problems that are so solvable. No, and mainly if he becomes mayor. So that's why we are pushing for Alby to become the next mayor. There are many things to consider. First, you have to win the election. Secondly, I would say this also in your program. He enjoys a good relationship with the incumbent officials, from congressman, the mayor, vice mayor, the councilors. No, publicly I can say that. So that, but I know Alby also at the same time. On the other hand, he is one person who does not put friendship in between public service or would prioritize friendship over a calling or an advocacy or a mission.
Ang imo politics is in the mold of your father. Of course, a very good man.
Thank you.
But your politics, like his politics, is not known for muckraking, mudslinging. Though wala ko
of course.
kabati na eh.
Even Alby also. So we don't.
But then again, ang problem sa Bacolod politics is, when you are a challenger, you are up against an incumbent. Duwa man ang kabagay mo, it's either one, ang perception sa imo, Salvador ka sang banwa. And number two, damo ka issue kontra sa incumbent. Well, the usual. But let's talk about issues. Issues. Sang panghimanwa. Governance. What do you think should be improved? Nga agaduso ka mo nga si Alby instead of Mayor Bing?
Okay. Ako personally, no? And then I believe many are with me on this. First and foremost, ang track record, grabe ka limpyo. So whether the accusations or the judgment of a lot of people against the incumbent mayor is true or not, because with due respect, if not proven guilty in our courts of law, our mayor is innocent. So that's klaro na, no? But si Alby Benitez naman niya, naglabay ng rinda sa 3rd District siya sa bilang amon kongresista. Not one case was filed, and even mga issues mabatian mo, whether bilang allegedly or hearsay sa maskin sa kapihan, wala. Because ako gani, as I've said earlier in this interview, na I am a living witness to that. In the sense na up to the specific detail nga magdulong ang contractor sang iya SOP nga kung sa diin hindi na gani considered corruption, ginapauli iya kag ipa-minus lang sa dason nga project.
May ara gyud na.
Witness ko sina. So I'm so proud of him. Natauhan ako. Because I have to admit, no, I have high respect, and I'm so happy and honored to be the son of a good man, no, former Governor Patrick Lacson, with his clean record and of zero corruption as well. And pareho kay Alby, wala man may nagaboy siya, miskin isa ka kaso, way may nagpasaka, way may kamabatian nga, may anomalya sa buhat rin, wala to. So, natapos lang serbisyo ya sa local government, national government. And in fact, maskin sa private namon nga pamilya, mga kompanya, why kami mabatian. But me, I have to be honest. No, I'm one person who's very extrovert, and I'm not ashamed to say this. May pagka-politiko kuya. No? When I started, when I was elected as a board member of the 3rd District, I had a different mindset, joined the party of the late Ambassador Danding Cuangco, which is opposite to what my father was standing for. He was not with them. So, kadamo sang lain niya nga ako, niya gintanaw nga, lain ang mga idol ko sa politika. No, sa pagsulod ko 2007, Alby arrived 2008. So, lain ang mindset ko. Ako ko sinaya. Pag-abot ni Alby Benitez, to ang Ginoo yan nagtok-tok sa ako naman, konsensya sa ako naman nga, na, uy, lain ang may, ang ini nga tao, pareho na sa tatay mo, ang mindset. Upod ko dayon. I was for the record, and I'm sure if you ask Alby Benitez, he will tell you that I was the first incumbent or elected local official, provincial official at that, who went with him 100% since 2008. Hindi pa to siya congressman. He was just kapakilala pa lang siya sa 3rd District. No, mapapili siya. And that created a lot of trouble for me, not only in the provincial council and even in the 3rd District barangay level. Because may mga padrino, may mga incumbent man. So in a way, it was at first medyo do insulto on my part nga do. Way ka utang na loob, way ka nagkonsulta abi sa kaya saan mo boss to kung ano. Galing nakita ko As I've said, and I always share this, I have my Alby story and I'm so proud of it. Nga, batsagan ko din may gift of discernment ko, I think, from God, and nagkapasalamat ko sina. Nga kabalo ko magtanaw sa tao nga sincero, kabalo ko magtanaw sa tao nga ang iya katuyuan, bla, pure, kag tumayo man lang. I'm not saying nga santos ni siya o hindi kung perfecto ni siya nga tao, hindi man. Pero as far as personal nga responsibilidad sa iya spiritual yang kabuhi, iyan sa labton may kudalabot.
Yes.
Pero as far as the taxpayers' money, as far as people he serves, promises were delivered, taxpayers were respected, and natapos ng term niya. Hats off ko, hasta ako nadala. Kung gahanap ako tani mag old school nga do traditional nga politiko, isa ako sa do mga disipulo yabi nga do na convincer nga amo niyang insakto nga paagi amo niyang rason nga ma-intra kita sa serbisyo publiko. Mabulig.
We are planning to do a special story about that later on. No?
Yeah.
Let's go over accomplishments based on internationally accepted metrics like HDI, you know? So that will apply to Bacolod and the 3rd district. But that will come later on, no? Kasi, syempre, ang Negros board ang naandan na mong tawag sa imo.
Okay lang.
We've been so used to asindados, kiti sugar industry. And normally, when we talk about leaders, kung si Attorney Kanya pa, we actually look for the better amo, the better toto, the better nonoy. And ang tatay mo, and you say si Kong Alby, they are more known as technocrats. Diba? For those who forgot, si former Governor Daniel Lacson was the brain behind the 60-30-10 nga concept sang land reform.
Land reform.
But of course, people forget about that, no? And then siya kag si Lito Cosculuela introduced a new type of governance sa Capitol.
15-year master plan.
15-year master plan. May mga plano mo. Of course, we tend to forget about plans. Kiti para sa ato niya. Si Toto, ginpakapi ako sa kapihan. Pagsugat anay namon sa dalan, bawgin kisan niya ko. Siya si Amoniaw, ginalip-tulip ya pati ang gamama nga tigulan. These are things that come to mind, no? Pero iniya subong, you're talking about Alby as a technocrat. So if you say a technocrat siya, for example,
More of visionary, maybe.
visionary.
And a doer also.
Ano ang vision niya for Bacolod which is different from that of Mayor Bing?
Well, it's really too early to discuss platforms, and you know he hasn't even filed to run for mayor.
Which is the
I'll bring you
problem.
back to that, but I think 99% naman galing hambal ko. No?
Oh.
So vision, as far as vision is concerned, you know, he has to first concentrate on first things first. No, the overhaul sa sistema sang naandan nga pang gobyerno sa NGC. No, so maybe you're talking anong dapat ta ikwaon, anong dapat ta ipatinir. Why kasi may ginahambal nga tanan nga ginubra ni Mayor Bing malain. Kung mayara ka siya kinsuguran nga mayo nga programa para sa pumuluyo or pamalakat sa Negros as a new government center. So I think pabili na. But anong wala na himo, maybe I'd rather focus on that first. Then the vision, it will come to automatically ma-domino effect na lang na iyang investments, anong mga opportunities, ang potential sa Bacolod as far as infusion of a lot of things, no. As I've said before nga hindi it's not an overnight objective nga masulbat ang problema overnight, but ang makita lang ang mga gray areas nga seemingly or allegedly nga may kakulangan, no, sa kay Mayor Bing. But you know, I don't want to be disrespectful. Ginhawa ko gid kasabat sa mga pamangkot mo nga way ta may maigo bala. Nga do insulto bi ang gwa, no. Pero okay, can I
Sure, sir.
can I share what I have in mind?
Sure.
Okay, no. And I'm sure Alby agrees, no.
Ang tawagan yung Alby.
Boss na tawag ko siya, kundi Alby lang, no. Si Alby, for example, Ano ba lang problema? Subong, may pandemya kita. No? Ano nga sektor ang apektaran sina? Apektado ang tanan nga sektor. Ekonomiya ta, lagko nga negosyante, gagmay nga negosyante. Ano, sa aton kaayong lawas? Ano ang participation sa local government? As far as, especially sa mga utod nga kubos pangabuhi nga way sang madaganan nga social arm kundi ang gobyerno langgit. Anong arada in place ng mga programs paagi sa atong mga nagakalain-lain nga ordinansa or mismo sa political will sang padagan sang new government center, no? Kung pamangkoton mo ko may recovery plan kita, so I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. But kung may mabatian damo ka sektor nga hambal nga wala, then that's something to think about. Ano gali iya ko, in fairness man sa nagapungko, dati ano gali iyang ila ginatutukan? Ano nga mga dingga kadtong aton buwis? Paano tani ipa-bounce back ang ekonomiya sa nag-abot ang pandemya? Sino ning mga tao nga apektado? Di ning ila mga tingog. Paano kita mag-responder sa ila o mag-react sa ila panawagan o panginanlanon? Kung sa small and medium enterprise, as you've said before the interview about a friend of ours, no? But siguro apektado katama ni sila. For example, ang small and medium enterprise ni cafes, restaurants, computer shops, Bacolod City, the economy of Bacolod City is solely dependent on that, mostly. So, what allowances will the local government give through maybe tax holidays, maybe tungaon ang ginabayad mga buwis anay i-waive ta yan hasta
sige panuktok sa bungi.
Maybe ang pabudlay sa mga papeles ma-adjust kita. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not the most intelligent. That's why the team Alby is a composition of a lot of brains. A lot of it's more of like a brainstorming team that we have to be united in solving our problem. Do away with politics. So much politics, I think, is the problem of Bacolod. Bacolod. Kung may mayo nga ideya si Juan de la Cruz, si Pedro mareklamo kay tungod lain ng kolores ni. Set aside na itong idea ni Juan de la Cruz. Is that good for us? No, I don't think so. Si Alby naman niya nga leadership. Bisan kontraya pa ni, bisan guway pa ni nagboto si Juan de la Cruz. Kung may mayo siya nga idea, pamatian ni Alby. Bisan way na nagboto si iya tapos ang eleksyon niya kung kinanglan na bulig sa ospital. Ang Juan de la Cruz, si Pedro nga nagboto si iya, way na may kinlain. Constituent is a constituent. Bisan hindi pa gani botante sang iya nga distrito sang una buligan niya. Kung may nagpalapit, nagambal ang sekretarya, ay, ako witness ko na, kung Alby, taga si Palay, ipasa tala ni kay Mayor Montilla. Sige, hindi pinangayo bulig sa aton. Di, tiyano kung taga si Palay sa, buligan tayo, hindi tanaya utod galing taga si Palay. There you go. Lain na iyang mindset.
But already, ang worry ko with social media is the fact nga, you can't confirm kung ang tao nga nag-post tuod o control, no? Which happens both ways. May gabira sa inyo, ginapakalain ka mo. And the problem is, ang accountability. For example, nagligad ng eleksyon. Sa unang ga-isyuhan ay politiko kag politiko mo, kandidato kag kandidato. Subong niya mapilitan ang kandidato magsabat sang issue sa Facebook, which actually deprives the accuser of accountability. Already, ang mga akusasyon sa inyo or kay Alby, I don't know with the messaging ninyo, subong, no? Pero ang dating lang, ang kung sa Tagalog, pang tingkad lang is the fact na bilyonaryo siya mo. Diba?
Which is true.
Which is true.
So, I don't see a problem.
It's not a crime.
It's not a crime. And he pays his taxes. Kung may mga negosyo na siya, kabayad na buwis.
Although some are attacking him for being a
Gambling lord. Tigil na sa bata na naman.
Let's say something. Can you say something about that?
Yeah, well, before, no, first and foremost, hindi siya gambling lord in my opinion because ang iyang resort and may casinos, may gaming, or ang bingo bonanza Nga halin sa una, mga pabingo, kita mo sa Robinson, mga pabingo. Or ang iyang subsidiary companies, ang PAGCOR, which is a government, no? Datanani nga online nga magtaya ka sa loto, iya na company, ang subsidiary, sang PCSO, nagadala sa online sa lottery. Sila ang ga-maintain, ga-operate sang online nga lotto stations all over the country. So, nasa subsidiaries ang government. So, gabayan na sila buwis. Ang gambling lord ya sa pag-insindi ko, ang mga weteng or ang mga wife na gabayad buwis. Nga gaming man. Kung amo na ang ila accusation or tirada kay Alby, I don't think it's a problem. Do pareho wala akong, let's say, sa una ginahabuyan man nila nga si Danding Cuangco, syntaxes ang iya nga, sala na ang
Sin products.
Ang alcohol kay San Miguel gi-represents palahubog.
Puti pati obispo kayo naman.
Barangay Hinebra. Di para sa akon ang sala da iya kun ang tawo nga ang iya tanan nga oras kag ang para sa tuition ng kabataan niya kag para sa kuryente sang balaya o kung ang idigamoy sa iya kabataan amo ni ang gininom is tiyanggi da adlaw kag abusar siya kanang laigo ang ataya, that then it becomes bad. That in the same way kung mag-ataya ko loto, amo man na masulod ko sa casino, mabulang ko kung Domingo, kagway ko na ang responsibilidad ko tindugan bilang amay sa akong pamilya. Then I become a irresponsible player. So, but as long as it's legal, if people have an issue against it, and they think it's morally wrong if you're in such a business, then they can lobby it in Congress, maybe make a stricter law about it or regulation as far as gaming. But as we speak, subong sa Bacolod City, sa idalom sang renda ni Mayor Beng Leonardia, may ara kita casino diri sa LP share. Tapos mas kindiin ka magadto di sa Bacolod, may lotto station, may kino station, may STL. So, does that mean that gambling lord ang mayor kay mayari di sa Bacolod sang halampangan? I don't think so.
But again, I'll go back sa issues, no? Hindi ka pa kahambal about platforms, but let's identify key areas
Okay.
nga dapat istoryahan. Ano ni nga mga areas dapat?
Well, I'll start with the little things, no? Especially solid waste.
Solid waste.
Bacolod City, in my knowledge, and I grew up here, I was born here. You know, in my knowledge, may istorya mga kaluluhan, tas ang una mga kaluluhan, pagsugod gid sa Bacolod City, kanangin syudad siya, kanangin capital city of Negros Occidental. Ang population was little, small, no? But now it has grown so big. And a lot of people who are not even registered here in Bacolod are living in Bacolod. You know, sa nabalaan ko sa 3rd District, guro may sa Ibi Magalona pa lang, may nga 700 di ka taga Ibi Magalona nga diri ga puyo. Diri ila negosyo di, kabataan nila diri ga eskwela. Talisay, Subungman, Ibi Magalona, Victorias, Silay, Murcia, also in the southern part of Negros, kadamo sa ngaridi. Tanani sila gahaboy basura. Tanani sila gadugang sa traffic. Why sang do ginatawag nga master plan on what to do about that? How do we divide the pie
Ang nighttime population sa Bacolod is
of
bigger.
public service? Dapat may contribution na sila di. They should be strict about it. O kung diri ka bayad buwis, diri ka gawi, diri ka haboy sing imong basura, diri ka. Kung didto ka. O kung didto ka, diri ka, dapat may partisipasyon sila di sa pagsulbar sa amon problema di kay kadamo sing ila constituents nga ari di. Otherwise, no deal ta. But as we speak, ang Bacolod kag ang Negros Occidental do why relationship. Do ginakordon ta sa Bacolod City as a lone district, not brainstorming with the whole province on what to do. So sad to say, when you talk about Iloilo City, may iwan-ness na sila sang Iloilo province. Same with Cebu City, may oneness sila sa Cebu province. And dalhin pa na sang time ni Osmeña. So sa Bacolod,
This was brought about by the local government code, di ba?
yeah,
Nga highly urbanized city is not under the administrative
no one is arguing
jurisdiction.
about that. No one is arguing about that.
But do you think kinanglan i-amend?
No, I don't think. We don't. Not necessarily. I mean, I don't think so. We don't need to amend that. It's okay. It's okay. It's a lone district. Is as far as taxation and identification of basic services and ang ilang jurisdiction, voters jurisdiction, okay lang na yan. Wala na problema. But how do we grow as a province within the island of Negros Occidental and Oriental? May oneness na dapat sa
Interesting
vision.
ng point mo, sir, because what you're saying is dapat may harmonization.
Yeah, may brainstorming partnership.
Because ang Bacolod is a beneficiary ng sugar industry.
Also.
And saan ulang gid nagtingkad nga mo ni?
Okay, what were you asking?
Saan ulang gid nag-pronounce nga daw wala na relasyon ang Capitol kag City Hall?
Well, when I was working in the province as a board member in the provincial council, I personally saw that. See, I was once the committee chairman on tourism, on education. I was the vice chair, and it was a time when the late Governor Joseph Marañon passed away, and then the chairman on education was Dino Yulo. At the time, he was the #1 board member. He became vice governor. So I became the chairman of education. No? So, sa maunahon ko na sa tourism. Magambal kita sa tourism, ang amon effort sa probinsya. Ari man di gyapon sa Bacolod ang tanan nga ari sa Bacolod City ang tanan nga hotel. Pag-abot mo sa Silay Airport, maskin Silay Airport pa na, ang sa ulo ng turista ya Bacolod ng airport. Makadto sila sa hotel sa Bacolod City. Kung din sila makadto sa Sipalay, Negros Occidental. Mambukal, Negros Occidental, Lakawon mo, Negros Occidental. In other words, kung why talaga Indiana, why talaga isa ka program, it started when I wanted to put up a hotline in which pasalamat man kay Governor Bong Lacson, subong na materialize ang akong ordinansa ang papasar nga dapat may ara kita hotline, no? Nga 911 ang tawag nila sina nga maskin ara ka pa ya sa Sipalay, kung may emergency ka, tawagan na lang sa hotline. Ma-react ang NOPO, kagang tanan nga police station, tanan nga hospitals, kung diin ka, kagang ambulance. So that's really not only for the tourists, no, but also our constituents all over the province. So I had a hard time contacting the tourism officials of Bacolod, though why man sila response. Katawag ko for mga muna bala ako na personal nga opinion experience sa ano naman nagpasar naman ko sang ordinansa nga punduhan sang provincial government, and I was hoping ang Bacolod tani at that time would ride on it, no, and at that time it was the former councilor Josel Batapa who's actively and vocal into BPO. So nagpasar ko sang ordinansa kag subong layi na ina kag dugay na ginimplementar sang probinsya nga punduhan ang aton mga estudyante labi na gid mga kabataan sang aton mga farm workers nga kung sa diin kung hindi sila kapadayon sa ila college sila matagaan sang language skills para sila makaubra sa call center. So ginbutangan na pasalamat mo ko sa mga aton gobernador kay Gobernador Isidro Saico at that time. Aksyonan niya din ng inang ordinansa kagin punduhan ang sa may cyber center.
Nulitsi.
No, kamiara. Nulistek, yes. Kag nakita nag-training na sa mga kabataan, priority namon ang ang mga potential ng mga students who are really excelling in school, in public schools, to be prioritized as far as that 6 months or 3 months, or 3 to 6 months nga language skills training, and a lot of them are now employed. But sad to say, ang Bacolod City, I don't know what's happening, nga do ay nag-aggressive, kag ay nag-expand as far as BPO, nga naunahan patas ang Cebu, kag sang Iloilo. So recently, Iloilo, ga-employ and Iloilo province, ga-employ around 400,000 ka-call center agents, in which kapasalamat ko, basing iban to, mo patongin training namon, obra sa Iloilo, subong. May converges, man kita, may aram, at default center. Pati, national statistics show, So why niya basulay? Why niya insultuhan na kung sino ka pong sa NGC? I'm just saying we are behind. Isa na sa kay Alby Benitez nga gusto matabo di sa Bacolod City. We are behind as far as PPO. We are behind as far as solid waste. Nga ang solid waste ang Cebu sa mong kapanguna with my research on the Republic Act 9003 or the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act. Ang Cebu ang kapanguna, ang Davao City, no? And Metro Manila also, they have a lot ang 30% nila doon ang lagas nila. So Bacolod City, hindi na ko magambala, kamo na lang husga. Wala, ayaw man mambalang ko yan nga isa na sa mga tutukan namon. And I personally, I'm pushing for it. Nga we will have a solid waste to energy program in Bacolod City. Hindi na pwede nga doon idagdag mo lang doon sa dump site.
So, ang whole range of issues from ekonomiya down to basura.
May pera sa basura. So, it will later on become part of the economy.
Ang issues nga dapat i-discuss halin ekonomiya, pagkat to traffic, pagkat to tanan, down to basura.
Kadamo actually. So, without disrespect to anyone, especially elected, they are honorable brothers and sisters. I'm just saying, every 3 years, we have the right to present new platforms, new vision, and we have people have the right to choose as well. So it's no disrespect to anyone. I'm so excited as a Bacolod citizen. Dugay na ko din nagsaylo restro sa Bacolod. And sa pag-retire ko sa provincial work, sa provincial government, as a provincial councilor, Bacolod City, hindi ko natutukan ko actually. Kaya nanugunan ko sang potential, no? This lone district, Bacolod, with our budget, and nanugunan ko bala sang true potential sa Bacolod City. And I believe Alby Benitez will do a good job as a mayor of Bacolod City.
You are a Lacson and of course halin ka sa asyendado nga pamilya. Though not formally part of the sugar block.
No, hindi.
Iting sugar block technically Lopez, Montelibano, and Ledesma. But of course ang mga Lacsons, you have a long history of being in governance.
To public servants niya yung mga Lacson.
Public servants.
Halin kay General Lacson, no? Sa
Nisito.
Lacson Street, bla.
Although, of course, there was that Lacson sa Moises Padilla, no?
Ay, oo. Parinti man na naman.
Parinti.
No? Si Governor Rafael Lacson.
Rafael Lacson.
Rafael Lacson, oo. Parinti
Ambot kung kabalo ang aton tagpalamati sang history mo. Sang history ta, no?
Balo eh. Tanos tanan, kabalo man.
But anyway, one of those pointed accusations sa mga tao sa palibot ni Kong Alby is that this is actually an attempt by the Haciendados to take over Bacolod again. Naka-hurt kasi na?
Wala. I don't think so. I think that's a misconception. And they have the right to how they have all the right with to express their opinion. They also have their own point of view and perception about things, and we respect that. But we just go on with our work, and we just want to do good, and that's about it. Wala na, no more, no less. Kung amo na yang ila perception, ginarespeto na namon. But I will answer you nga, hindi na matuod. Because maskin sa 3rd district na dula na ang amo na nga politika tungod kay Alby Benitez. In fact, for the record, it started with former Congressman Kako Lacson. No? Dira na dula because si former Congressman Kako Lacson was very charismatic and he was a people person. So maskin ginkontrato siya sang tanan nga mga asyendero, mga sugar block sa 3rd district, buhay to sila kaperde kay Kako Lacson. So pagsulod ni Alby sa picture sa 3rd district, some people thought it was the same. Nga daw, muning pagbalik sa mga asyendero, ganun po, no. Alby was even more a people person.
Although technically, si Kong Alby, hindi na sila asyendado eh.
Well,
kaya nag-diversify na sila.
Sa mother side, mga bantog, they have properties. But don't even sila focused sa agriculture. In fact, ako man, like, my father's, I will say this for the record sa IMO program, my father is not that optimistic when it comes to the sugar industry.
Interesting, yeah.
I'm sure you know that you mentioned 60-30-10. My father believes that he believed, no? He believes, and he expressed that to us, his children. 5 kami kamag-ulutod, for the record, why kami kintudloan magpadlagan asyenda. I don't know how to run a sugarcane farm.
Tood?
Why that? And for the longest time, I was a rebel to that. I was nagrebelde ko tungod sina. No, akig ko na sa papa ko sa una growing up. Nga do. Nga why mo kuya gintudloan niya magpadlagan asyenda tanan ko nga classmates sa Lasal. Mga asyendiro, may mga Land Cruiser.
Ang mga dinsay, gid.
Mga dinsay. Hindi. I'm just expressing munang experience ko growing up. Because my father was not optimistic about the sugar industry. Of course, he will, as a governor, as a cabinet official of former President Fidel Ramos, of course, he focused on helping the sugar industry. Kag hasta subong kung ano mabulig sa sugar industry.
So it was not only lip service nga gambal sa gaduso sa land reform. Pati sa pamilya.
Land reform is something else. Land reform, he believes nga kadrastic naman sinaya kung 10% lang ibilin mo kag ang 90% persado kung ibaligya mo sa gobyerno. Do pa iyaya mo to naggiwat sa sang 60-30-10 kay para sa iya do gradual ya nga pag gradual di man matamaan ang tag-iya nga giniridad.
Pero gusto mo kita ni mag-asyendado?
Ako ya, to be honest, I
Gusto
grew up in Lasal, so tanan ko nga classmate ya, asyendiro. So, like, ang notion ko ya about asyendiro ya, pariyugid sa akong mga kaupo.
Sino madlag ko that time?
Tamo ko mga Inuhales, mga...
Aside sa dinsay, abe?
Mga dinsay, mga titanan, halos tanan.
And most of them are still
friends ko.
Most of them are still asyendados now.
Some of them, but not all of them. A lot have diversified. And even, iban ka ni mga amigo ko, ito na sa Amerika.
Di na ginursol ka?
So, ang tatay, why? Subukan mo na i-share ko si mo because when I became a provincial councilor in the council of the province, na-realize ko tuod sa pais ng agriculture, kadako sang potential sang aton agriculture sector kung hindi siya sa sugarcane. Oh, let's say, ang kay Chin o organic farm sa Silay. For example, it is generating a net income, a net income of 1.6 per hectare a year. So, liyoton ko sa tagpalamati mo nga mga gatubo, okay, 1.6 million net income sa isang hektarya. Oh, sa tubo, pila ang net income mo sa isang hektarya.
Kung pinason ka.
50 mil ko, no?
50 mil.
Ang net income. Compare it to 1.6 million, sir. Oh. So what are the 1.6 million pesos? I-compare mo sa 50,000 pesos per hectare.
Tingala kong migot, nagkuhan na yung lansones.
That's why he has a friend of ours in Southern Negros.
Hari ni siya sang talong mo sa una.
Nag-diversify siya. I'm just saying, it's something to look at. Oh, and then I found out nga my father...
But we'll have a serious discussion later on about the sugar industry.
Kabay pa, ha? But I'll just end it with saying,
sure,
I came to realize nga kanugon sang pagrebuilde ko sa amay ko nga nagpaugtas ko, nag-init kitulo ko siya nga way ko ginimo asyendiro. Sang uliyan na realisar ko nga tsakto sa gali.
Di kundi mayo ka kung magtimpla chorizo.
Di subong niya kung di
mayo ka kung magtimpla chorizo.
Ang utod ko nga babae, amo nang may Felicia's nga restaurant, may Musho nga restaurant. Tapos, Casa Carmela, mga ga-export sa mga bottled product sa abroad, sa Manila. Kung may Negros Trade Fair, no, damo na sila mga clients da. Ako man, ara ko sa chorizo making, ga-obra ko chorizo, ga-negosyo man ko cafe, galing kay pag-COVID, nuntat ko anay. I mean, why na ako nag-focus sa... although may ara kami gapon aquaculture.
Lukon.
Hindi na yato bote, hindi lukon. Bangus.
Baname.
Baname, we tried, but it's hard. So, nag-focus na kami sa bangus production, which is also a challenge kay we now diversified into organic growing.
Kung sa manok pa, ang imo ya bangros free range.
Free range daw. Why kami naga-feeds?
Kung sa Europe pa, daw gakaon sila acorns. Daw mo na ba? Daw panghamon nga sirano.
Kung anong paghimo sang Ginoo sa ila. Kung ano sila mga buhay, amo na nga. Why na blang man-made nga persahon mo gida.
Baring bangros niyo ga-exercise.
Daw mo na. Maniwang-niwang si Jutay. Okay lang, okay lang.
Former board member Patrick Lacson, sir, salamat kid.
Salamat, kid. Salamat, kid, sir.